It's like an app.
Welcome to episode 5 of the Collective Podcast.
It is 5? What
It is 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard you guys were struggling about last week.
Yeah.
They have had a moment of struggle. I can't confirm or deny. I don't know.
It was literally for 2 minutes. You guys were.
It was a question that should have been asked beforehand, and I wasn't prepared.
Anyway, so here I have Mr. Echo 3 again. If you want to say hi, if not, that's all right.
Hello.
Okay, cool. I'm still making sure the levels are good.
Chris, what's your shoe size?
Oh,
like 9.5, 10. Depends on the shoe.
All right.
9.5. Okay. Erlyn, what's your shoe size?
9.
In like women's?
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know. Well, smallest I could go is 8.5, but that's kind of rare.
Hey, Glory Hole, what's your shoe size?
12.
Weezy?
10 and a half.
Really?
What about you, motherfucker?
11.5 or 12, depending on the shoe.
Okay. I mean, I could get into 12.5. I mean,
Oh. Whoa. Didn't know we were playing whose dick is bigger.
but if we were playing that game.
I think 10 and a half is perfect for me. I think I can go 11, but it'll be kind of floppy on my foot.
11.5 do be feeling nice, though, I'm not going to lie.
Fair. Anyways, Chris, it's been a while since we've had you on the podcast. What have you been doing for the past 4 episodes?
Staying out the way, man. Watching other people, watching streams, staying out of drama, keeping my head down. Going to school, working
what about
out.
your thumb up,
How's that working out for you?
Not playing 7-Up. I hate school. It fucking sucks. I'm gonna drop out.
What are you
Sounds like a true college student.
What are you in school for again?
I don't know.
What?
Whatever.
What?
I fucking know this one.
What? What do you
Whatever
mean?
they signed me up for. That's pretty much how it works these days.
This man is so fucking dumb. That's crazy.
We're cruising.
Jesus. No actual like projects. You're just suffering with school. Is that what I'm hearing?
I got some stuff I'm working on, but nothing like that I'm ready to talk about. It ain't nothing.
I see.
That I wanted to show. It's not done.
Okay.
Learn my lesson.
Lesson from what?
Showing stuff too early, or wanting to show stuff too early. You don't have anything to show.
Where'd you learn that?
You know,
Game
announcements for stuff that never happened.
I fucking knew it.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's why I just don't be doing shit,
But you do be doing shit, don't you?
No.
What about you, Weezy or Erlyn? Have you guys been doing shit?
I signed up for 2 different market events in November.
Ooh.
I didn't think it through.
What do you mean you didn't think it through? Can you let go?
No, it's I didn't do inventory on everything I have, and for like 3 days I don't have nearly enough, so like I need to make a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
And I'm doing the very bad thing, kind of like with school. I am procrastinating so hard that like I have only one new thing and I need more than that. So the deadline's coming up. It's really bad. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I am too. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Weezy, have you been working on anything new recently?
I've been upping my guitar skills. I've been trying to dodge work when I can. I've been trying to work on this with you, actually. The podcast.
Yeah.
I've been streaming. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, thanks for hosting last week, by the way.
Anytime.
Okay. Well, nobody asked, but I've been working on some shit too.
What you working on?
One of the reasons why I didn't host last week is because of the fact that I had a sponsorship stream to do.
Oh.
Aha.
Yeah.
Tell us
Who?
about the sponsor.
With Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh,
Never heard of them.
I'm not doing that fucking script again.
okay, we're not doing It's over.
Listen,
He already got paid.
I
It's fine.
got the money. I'm out. I didn't sign no NDA besides the fact I can't disclose how much I actually got paid. But I can
Talk about it
disclose
later, bro.
I can disclose whatever else if you guys have any questions.
I'm honestly gonna be straightforward with you. Don't give a fuck about Shadow Legends.
How
You
many
shouldn't.
times did you have to give the
shouldn't.
spiel? What was the mandatory number?
There was no mandatory number,
Mm.
which is good. I just had to play the game for 2 hours and keep the branding up on my stream, which is fine. Because the whole thing about that stream was like, I knew it was going to be a meme, and I'm glad everybody took it as a meme.
Yeah,
How many people showed up? Do you know, or can you not say?
A lot of people. I don't actually know the number, but a lot of people showed up.
More than you thought, or less? Than
More,
you
yeah,
thought?
more than I
I
thought.
think last time I checked.
Because you were panicking.
No,
Something
no,
slight
because
before.
yeah, no. A lot more people came than I thought, and it worked out really well. But I'm also just glad over the fact that it worked out in the meme that I was hoping for.
Yeah, bro. I pulled up for like 2 seconds. I said, "Oh, Jordan's streaming," and I opened it up, and I was like, "Ah, fuck! I'm watching
No.
something else tonight."
I feel like you were worried about the public perception of people thinking you were selling out.
Yes, which
But like, I don't think anybody cares. It's like, I think everybody just wants to see the homie get like paid.
Bro, I want to see you
That was
sell
me.
out. The fuck?
Yeah. If anything, I think it was like the opposite. Like people wanted,
yeah,
Now, if
Yeah.
you were playing Raid Shadow Legends like every
like
week,
every day, yeah, like that type of
That's
shit.
selling out.
then, yeah. But if
Fair.
you're like
fair.
just one stream just so you can catch.
securing a bag, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Who
fair.
cares?
It did help for people to like know that I'm not like an actual sellout. But I guess one of the main reasons why I even accepted it is like, well, yes, the money is nice, but like also like I just want to have the experience of having a sponsored stream by Raid Shadow. Like I want to know what that shit was like. Let me tell you,
What's the
not
gameplay?
fun, not fun at all.
Huh? You want to know
It's
what I'm
your
asking?
very basic MOBA game.
Mhm.
Not MOBA, like phone game where like you literally. It was.
So
I
do
don't
you
know if
not
you
like
saw
those
it,
games?
but it literally even tells you in the tutorial you can press skip to get through the battles faster, and it has like a time speed on it.
Yeah, you don't actually have to play the game. You just auto do that shit. They know their
Like,
game is
they
boring.
even know.
Like even in the briefing that they gave me, they're like, yeah, if you want to, you can use the skip thing to make it go faster. It did not make it go faster. I was honestly just trying to milk the 2 hours as much as I could and then move on with my life.
Help me.
How was it?
Fuck.
Did you hate it?
What, the game?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The fuck? The only phone game I have on my phone right now is Tetris. And you think I want to install something like that on my phone? And play it for fun?
Oh, it doesn't sound like you necessarily hate Raid Shadow Legends. It sounds like you hate any kind of game like that.
I would be okay. I'll be more okay with it if it didn't suck so bad. You can ask Weezy. That man played for longer than the tutorial. I forgot how long, but you go
It
ahead.
was like an hour after the tutorial.
Go ahead. Tell them your experience, buddy.
I wanted to play along with Jordan throughout like the entirety of his stream, and I couldn't. It was so bad. They kept trying to sell me like stuff to like little microtransactions. I deleted it.
It really
like,
steered
2.5 hours in.
It really steered away from being like an RPG to like a gacha game.
Yeah.
It felt like a
I
gacha
see.
game.
I see.
So like, I mean, as much as it became a gacha game, it still technically stood true with what their claims were or whatever, which kind of sucks. Because they literally pay as much and do as much as they can to at least fit whatever their thing is, so they're not technically lying.
Gotta cover your ass, man. Sounds like they're doing it.
Yeah, in like a really sleazy way. There was one point where like there's one of their Twitter, like the people who handle their main Twitter, she saw this tweet from this dude who was like trying to get a sponsor with Raid and the Dollar Shave Club, because I think they also sponsor a lot of people, but then they replied to that person saying that Raid doesn't sponsor anybody, and then they got into like a lawsuit on that. Yeah, like they eventually like went back on it and was like they shared a screenshot from Discord from one of their other like I guess main people, and they were stating that the original tweet wasn't referring to marketing advertising campaign, but more or less like people who constantly do YouTube videos on it.
Gotcha.
But the tweet said Raid doesn't sponsor anyone. Verbatim.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
You know who I'm trying to get sponsored by? Manscaped.
That should go.
Yeah, I mean they sponsor everybody.
I think you can do it.
I mean, like, you know, it's still a cool company. So
they don't need to sponsor me. I already use their products proudly.
Me too. I'm out here trying to sell it, and they ain't even give me money. By the way, it's waterproof.
Erlyn and I were talking about this earlier, but we want to be sponsored by a ramen company.
Oh my god, I would die. I would give like a left toe or something. I would just, if it means that they're gonna send me food, I'd plug them. So I would literally do an everyday stream if it meant that they're gonna send me a month's worth of ramen. Okay, I wouldn't care. I would stream for a whole week for them for just a month of ramen.
Nangshin, to be exact.
Yes.
Not like cup noodle or nothing.
Oh yeah, not like
top ramen.
No,
yeah.
not them.
Nangshin. Like bottom ramen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Just thought of that, by the way.
Yeah, good job.
So good.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Chris, if you were to be sponsored by somebody, who would you be sponsored by? Xbox?
Yeah, that would be cool. I'd do an Xbox sponsorship if they let me like still wow the fuck out. I've never been like big into sponsorships because I'm just not sponsor friendly, like brand friendly. So I'd already kind of
brand risk.
Yeah, I'm too high risk.
Oh, I'm the opposite of brand friendly.
At least we're all honest about it.
I definitely thought about that too.
I do feel like you're a little more sponsorable, Echo, than I.
I mean, yeah. I'm not like just saying crazy shit. Like you say crazy shit, you know. It's not even like a brand risk at that point. You just are just a risk.
That's it. Yeah.
Just a risk in general, bro.
Literally everybody here is more brand friendly than you are.
Risk to your own channel at that point.
I don't know anybody.
Shit, get yourself banned, you know. I'd be more worried about that.
I'm trying to do like a just Speedo mud wrestling contest on my stream.
Oh,
Jordan, you down?
No.
I'm trying to do some crazy shit, man. That's why I don't stream.
You can stream. You just Twitch might not be the platform for you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like stream platform closest to getting not getting banned. I want to see how far.
Yeah, I don't think Twitch is for you. I don't think you're gonna make it.
You can go YouTube though.
Doing that, yeah, YouTube will take you.
Oh man, we'll see.
You'd have more of a chance there.
I mean, I'd be down with getting banned. I just want to see how long I can make it.
I'm down with being banned.
I've
Twitch will
never
ban your
heard
ass in a
more
heartbeat.
risk taker than that. Jesus.
Twitch, if you can hear me right now, ban me.
I mean, they're not just gonna ban you.
Damn it!
Blink
Someone
twice if you
wait.
need help. That's
Send this
what
to
I'm
him?
getting here.
OnlyFans/glorious hole.
Glorious.
go.
Oh, that's not even funny. Why are you laughing?
Go there, and you'll be great.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
I support the dream.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Dad, did you tell Glory about the conversation we had and your little Google search?
Oh.
I'm assuming you didn't. Then no. Okay.
I
You
wasn't.
should tell him.
I wasn't planning to bring that up, but
You
sure.
had to tell. You have to tell him.
I guess this would be like the most appropriate thing to talk about the podcast.
It's appropriate. It's fine.
Such a thing. I don't even know how
If
we
you
got
put
into
that
it.
No, remember because we were talking. I forgot what we were talking about, and then you were talking about how like you were hanging out with him and someone else, and for a set, and like, but the way you said it, the context of how you said it, I thought you were going to one of those, not that you were with him,
right.
and then that's how you got.
Yeah,
into
so
searching
she had me search up a bunch of glory hole locations.
I didn't. You found the site. It was on your phone.
Nice.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, it was
Can you
late.
send me the link of the
remember
ones
when
near
we
us?
did this. Fuck.
There's a few, dog. There's a few. Then I
There's a
started
website
searching.
There's a website I gotta tell you about off stream because I could not bring that up here.
Yeah. I started searching some around Austin because I'm planning to move there.
I just doing casual research. I'm not even
It was just casual research.
I just want to know where not to go.
Yeah,
Science and shit.
clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a scientist. I'm an engineer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, you engineer, but okay.
Yeah, I'm an engineer. Don't worry about it.
Word.
Weren't there like 50 in like one area?
Yes, there
Okay,
was.
wait, so hold on. You're referring to me outside of the stream as Glory Hole. I don't know if I'm about that, man.
Well,
Maybe you should change your name if you don't want to be referred to as Glory Hole.
No, all you guys have to do is say, Glory. Hey, I'm hanging out with Glory and Sharut. Hanging out with Glory Hole.
I mean,
this man couldn't even say it.
I was impersonating you.
you like that sometimes, you know.
Comedian looking ass.
This might make you feel worse, but I refer to you and Abby as Glory Hole and Abby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not it.
You did.
Not even fucking Logan.
Jeez.
Well, okay.
I
To
hate
be
to
fair,
see it.
Weezy was in the
Most
chat
of the time
too.
he does refer to you as Logan and Abby. We only call you Glory Hole in joking.
Yeah.
Let me
But
find out. Pull the fuck up, Jordan.
Also, to be fair, Weezy was also in there, and his name is also Logan. So I could, if I say Logan, I don't want it to be like
Specify every time.
Yeah.
Listen, fuck around.
You guys call me
Pull
Weezy
up.
more than my actual name, though.
True, but sometimes I refer to you as Logan.
Yeah.
It's really just a case-by-case basis.
It depends on the conversation and who's in it. That's what I say.
Yeah, I just know whatever conversation is being said.
He just hates being called Glory Hole.
I just put the hole at the end.
I'm so sorry for starting that.
I mean, I don't hate it. Don't prefer it. Maybe.
I mean, at least you'll know I won't ever call you that, like IRL, like in public.
I just fucking pull up at the bar. Oh,
What? What?
just across the bar.
Oh, you want
Glory hole!
you want me to yell "Glory Hole" across the bar?
Come
Yo,
here!
This is my boy. He's so cool. Glory Hole!
Guys, look, it's my friend Glory Hole.
You'll never know why we gave him this name.
Just fucking put my
Shot.
hoodie up and walk away.
He just downs the rest of his drink and walks out.
Pain.
Would you actually be mad if I did that to you, though?
100% would not be mad.
Okay. Because I am thinking about doing that.
Thanks. We're going to the bars this weekend, right, guys? Anyone coming?
Oh, are we? Is that actually confirmed? I didn't say yes.
Bro,
We catch a
Shrew
flight real
Ninja,
quick.
Shrew Ninja AFK. I gotta do whatever I gotta do, you know?
I mean, I guess.
I'm trying to take all my homies out and make them regret everything they're gonna do that night.
I don't normally like bars though.
I'll find like a fucking Tekken bar or something. I don't know.
Those don't exist here. I've already looked.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I had to. You know this. I had to travel like outside of the city to like go to tournaments.
Well, I'll figure something out. There is a place around here that you can do like bowling, and there's like a bowling and bar kind of thing.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
I'm gonna do that.
That
you know?
does. That does
Bowling's
sound like a
always
good
chill.
time.
Always.
I suck at bowling so bad.
Dude, I'm so bad at bowling.
Nah,
Yeah, I'm pretty ass
Like
at bowling as well.
sometimes when I play bowling, I'm like, can I just put the bumpers up? Like,
Oh, dude, I
ain't
have
that
this.
bad, but
Oh, it gets worse. I had this strat that I did last time I played bowling. I granny shot the fucking bowling ball.
yikes. Like, I'm the type that like
It worked.
don't break 100.
that wouldn't be good.
That's like y'all. Is that what y'all doing?
You know,
no, I can break 100.
I mean, I can.
You can, but you know, not often.
It's not consistent, is what I would
I've
say.
never gotten into the high 200s, but I think my best
been
game.
done.
Yeah,
Got you. Okay, that's fair.
Like, I'll
there's
have
just sometimes
really...
where I try to do really good and then I just end up in the gutter every time. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I have really good
alright.
games, and then like a majority of my games are like really bad. You know what I mean? Like, I'll hit 100,
Yeah.
but like 102
On the dot.
like,
Fair enough.
why do you always hit hundreds, Mr. Echo 3? Mr. I hit every pin
Okay, buddy.
possible.
I'm not like
Times 3.
amazing at the game. I already said I'm ass. It's just I can hit over 100.
Curving the
often
ball
enough.
and shit, bro.
Sometimes it's bad. Sometimes I don't get over 100, but for the most part, I'm getting over 100. It's got to be like a real rough game. Usually, the first game is like terrible for me because it's been like years between how long I've played bowling.
Erlynbebe, how about you? Do you partake in bowling activities?
I have, although I'm not particularly competitive, but because I've played with my family and like they're all psychopaths, so they have to be competitive. I have occasionally hit into the hundreds, but it's not my normal usual score. My usual score is maybe like 70 to like 90, maybe, give or take, depending on how many rounds we're going for. And we usually do like 7 or 5. So it does give us enough time to get pretty high up there. So yeah, they're psychopaths. I hate playing with them.
Okay, so it's clear that none of us are bowlers. Maybe except for Chris.
No.
My dad
Although
was
I
kind
will
of
say
a
I
bowler.
don't need a bumper, so but I
just
will
said
not
I'm
say
not
no to
good.
them. If I'm with kids, I like when they're around because then I get to use a bumper. I'm okay with that.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, do you guys have fucking Jeopardy music while we wait?
No, I was gonna.
I just need to get water. You guys are talking about bowling.
I was gonna use this to segue to the next topic.
Okay, segue right now. Let me hear it.
Jesus, since we're all clearly not bowlers, you know what we are?
What's that?
Gamers.
Okay.
We're all gamers here, and because
True.
Weezy, you are the one who wanted to bring this up. What was the thing that got you into gaming?
I have lots of sisters and siblings, so my mom couldn't handle all of us all at once. So she said the one thing that she heard keeps boys occupied, especially like in the early 2000s, was video games. So she bought me my first. No. I inherited my dad's old Sega Genesis, and that was my first video game ever. I played Sonic on there. I also played, what else did I play? I had like the Animaniacs game for that. I also think he had Mortal Kombat at some point.
Sega has Star Fox on it, or am I thinking of a different one?
Star Fox was Nintendo.
Yeah, that was like N64.
Yeah.
That was Nintendo 64.
It was a little bit after, okay.
Wait, was Sonic your first game?
As far back as I can remember, yeah. Like probably 3 or 4 playing that shit.
Glory, what was your first game? Because I know you weren't really like you didn't grow up like.
I had like a GameCube that I didn't care about, like a baseball game on there. But I don't know. I went over to my buddy's house, and he was playing Halo, and he told me to play with him. Then I did. Then I decided that the game sucked. Then I watched KYR Speedy. That's what really got me into gaming.
What were you watching him play?
He was on like that Black Ops 2 grind.
Damn, that was much years later.
Yeah, I'm not
Black
much.
Ops 2.
I'm not like a big game. I didn't start gaming until I got out of high school.
Baby
Damn.
gamer.
Mm-hmm.
That's like games have been like a culture like my whole life. Like I've only like been friends with like gamers and stuff like since I was a kid.
TheWeezus not like other gamers.
Built diff.
Gaming's always been on the back burner for me.
I see.
I kind of just, like the competitive atmosphere.
Oh, is that why you started getting into it more?
Yeah, when I got some like I got Call of Duty like the Black Ops 2, and I would play against the fucking bots because I didn't have internet.
Holy shit.
I didn't have internet till I graduated either.
Bruh.
On my own. So that's another aspect. So I was just straight playing bots, and then I graduated and then got my own house, and then my boys were like, "Yo, it's a new game. Fortnite came out."
Oh God.
Yeah, so I really like the first game I got competitive in was
Fortnite?
Was fucking Fortnite.
That's crazy to me.
Shit, you're like a Zoomer gamer.
Yeah,
but like
then,
not Zoomer in age.
and I played a lot of Rocket League offline too.
The amount of jumps though, like he says he remembers playing Halo as a kid, and then he's like yeah, and then Black Ops 2. I'm like, whoa, that's like a decade and a half.
Okay, when I say Halo, I mean like Halo 3 or Halo 4.
Oh, okay, so it's not that long ago. Okay.
No, I'm not. I went over to his house and he was playing that shit. He's like, I need a buddy to play campaign with me on Legendary.
I played Halo when the graphics actually look decent. They don't look blocky and shit.
Hey man.
Never played
I'm not
a
hating
Halo.
on the game, I'm just saying. You didn't get like a true appreciation for it.
I had Halo 2 when it was on the original Xbox. That was,
I still have it.
Yeah, I think that was my first Halo game.
I am for sure a Rocky gamer. More a sports guy. That's why I like Rocket League so much.
You didn't play any of the Maddens or anything?
That shit got boring to me after a while. I did play the 2Ks offline all the time.
2Ks are fun. The career modes are fun.
But I always when I got older, I'd never thought about justifying spending $60 on somewhat the same game with updated rosters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's hella expensive
I
for
never
me to
got
play
into
the same
sports
game.
games.
Yeah.
It feels like it should be like paid DLC content, if anything.
Yeah. I mean, recently they changed more. They change more these days than they did before because like they have story modes to them. So like those are usually different. But yeah, outside and like the multiplayer part changes a little bit. But back then, definitely it was rough because they weren't even like changing a lot. It's like roster updates.
Well, I mean, even if you like look at like sports games, if you go like in 5-year intervals, it's a lot changes. But like if you're going from like a 20 Madden 20 to 21, not that much of a difference. Just a different person on the cover. But like if you go from like Madden 95 to like Madden 2000, Madden 05, Madden 10, like huge leaps from there.
Definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
Okay. Erlyn, what about you?
The first Halo.
Really? Halo's what got you?
That was your first game?
Well, okay, so it was a mix because my cousin slept over one time and he had his Xbox 360, and I don't remember which one was first because I played the original Star Wars. What was it? The fucking
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, but like the original Battlefront or whatever that was on Xbox
Yeah.
360. And then he also had the first Halo. I played both. I can't remember which one was first, but I played both of them pretty simultaneously at the time. And then I didn't play again for a good while. And then we got a Wii. And then me and my game was tennis. And then it was Rock Band on the PlayStation 3. And then I didn't play again for a good while until like recently, which was for Destiny. But so like the updated one, because I had a PS3. But I mostly played a lot of games that my friends gave me. So, but like they were used copies, so like Mass Effect and shit. But like my first game was Halo or the original Battlefront. I don't know. Can't remember. It's one of those.
I see. Okay. Chris, you want to go next?
Or
old ass.
This one's gonna be a trip.
On Mario Bros.
Fucking boomer ass
original
gamer.
Yeah, Mario Bros was the first game that I played.
Was that the one on the Super Nintendo?
I think it was on the Nintendo, like the
regular
Nintendo.
NES, not the Super NES.
God, how was the war, buddy?
Whoa.
Yeah, Nintendo, and then from there I played like Super Nintendo, because then my family got like Super Nintendo. And played a lot of Super Mario World and KI. What else? Honestly, those are like the two main ones that I remember like playing as a kid, like Killer Instinct and Super Mario World. I played other games, I just don't really remember them. And then from there, I had every console like growing up. I think the only console I didn't have in like my household was probably like one of the earlier Sega consoles. We didn't have that. But like from about Super Nintendo to like now, I've had like everything in the house. Except for like the newer consoles that just came out. And I'm playing games ever since then, man. Since I was like 5.
What a fucking boomer. Oh my god.
Hey, man. I love me some video games.
I'm surprised you didn't say that you had like a freaking arcade machine in your house.
Bro, I'm saying.
Nah. I mean, we were rich, so like.
Like we have all of them.
Okay, like, so that like sounds crazy. Like, oh, we had everything all the time. But it isn't like we have so much money to blow on like game systems. I was like so in love with video games that all I wanted was like video games. So like when
like
other
every
kids
Christmas comes around,
yeah, that's all I'm asking for. Other kids are asking for like toys and like fucking, I don't know, like just weird shit that kids ask for whenever
like
they're
skateboards,
yeah, and like skates and toy guns and shit. Dolls and action figures and shit, and I'm like, bro, like I want the new whatever was out, then, and that was like pretty much all I would get for that Christmas every time, and that would be it, and I would be content. Like, give me whatever the new system is, give me like the games for it, and yeah, I will be fine until the next year, like 100%.
Until the next
give a fuck about a birthday, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, there's like a new console like it felt like almost every couple of years, like at one point from when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
You had the 64 and then PS1 and then Dreamcast, PS2 and Xbox and GameCube, and I was just every year I wanted one of them. And I had every one of them, but it was like I didn't get shit else, but I was fine with it,
Motherfucker got an Xbox and underwear.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I would get like a console, like a game console or something, and like some games, or I'd get just games and then like clothes. And I always hated the clothes. Like I don't want these shits, like socks and t-shirts and shit.
This
I don't want none
growing
of that,
up, had to come up with an outfit for school. He put on the fucking Power
good.
Glove from Nintendo.
Don't even care. I had the Virtual Boy, yo. That shit used to give me headaches. Oh my god,
shit.
that was like the worst thing ever. Like out of like all the console shit that I've had, that was the worst.
For those who don't know what the Virtual Boy is,
Glory a Zoomer, but you're the freaking
I'm a boomer. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he's a
a boomer. I know
boomer.
I'm a boomer. But the difference is he's older than Zoomers, and he started on like Fortnite. Like that's the jarring thing for him. It's like,
Hey.
bro,
These kids are not playing.
look, I'm old, so it makes sense. Like at least I'm within my age group. You know, like I'm operating within my age group. My man's playing Fortnite for his first game and shit.
It was
Like
the homies, bro. It was a game to play with the bros.
Fortnite and Roblox and shit and fucking Rocket League. Like,
Don't say bad things about Roblox.
Yeah, so you guys gonna be caught talking about Cocomelon or something. Oh God.
out here.
Bro, for those who don't know what the Virtual Boy is, that was released in like when my brother was born, like 95, right?
Bro,
It lasted a year, and it was
discontinued.
Technically the first VR.
Yeah. It was like 3D. It was like old school 3D.
This man
And
had
it
that
gave
shit.
me a fucking headache. It was like red when you look through it. Like all the games were like in this really bright neon red color that just gave you like a headache. I had like, for real, like if you could think about a handheld or I had the Game Gear, which was like Sega's handheld portable, like I don't even like portable console thing, whatever. It was like the competitor to like the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. And I had like Power Rangers on that shit, bro. Like I had everything for real because that's all I wanted to do was play games. That's it. I didn't want to do anything else. So yeah, definitely been gaming for a long time. For sure.
Jordan, where
What about
did
you,
you
Jordan?
start, buddy?
My grandmother, she had an Atari. Played Pong on that shit whenever I visit her. And then I think I didn't like actually like really fully get into gaming until like my uncle. He brought over his PlayStation X or PlayStation 1 is what you guys would call it now. And he brought over fucking a Jackie Chan Adventures. Or not Jackie Chan Adventure. It was called something else. Stunt Master. Jackie Chan Stunt Master. He started playing the fuck out of that. And I was like, holy shit, what is this? And he's like, oh, don't worry. I got something else for you. He gave me Nintendo 64 and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Wow.
Because he already beat it.
Favorite.
Well, my brother was his favorite. But he knew that my brother was more into fighting games than I was at the time. So he gave me that. And meanwhile, him and my brother played Tekken.
Wait, so then when did you get into Tekken?
I mean, a couple years after that, I think, what was it? Tekken 3 just came out on the PlayStation 1. And when we got that, that's when I started. And then I got it more into competitively after like 4 came out.
You want to talk about boomers? Jordan's a boomer too. I don't want to hear it.
What?
My man started playing like old ass games as well.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, bro.
Jordan started playing as early as he probably could start playing video games. Like
It's only because I had to visit my grandmother. What do you mean?
if he was any older, he would have been playing older shit as well.
No,
literally at the peak.
Oh, it's
I
so
didn't have.
different.
Listen, I didn't have everything
crazy.
like you did though.
I mean, that's different. Like most people don't like most kids like didn't ask for all the consoles either. Like at least a lot of the kids that I hung out with, they didn't care to even play games as much as I did. Like I feel like if they would have asked for certain shit, they would have got it unless their parents were just like, no, I don't like video games. But like
I asked for Xbox 360 in 2007. I didn't get it until 2012.
God damn, the Xbox One was
Yeah.
like coming
Yeah,
out.
bro.
Yeah, I was.
I feel you on that shit.
Oh my
That's
god.
It's called being poor.
Hey, it'd be like that. I definitely like trust me. It may sound like it wasn't a struggle, but it was a struggle. That was just the only thing that
Yeah, the
during
biggest struggle was this fucking kid constantly asking for gaming consoles when we were younger.
Yep. Hey, that at least you
Yeah,
know that's all I asked for.
Yeah, I asked for shit too, and it's just you didn't always get it.
I mean, I didn't get it like every time. It wasn't like, oh, the new Xbox came out, the new because PlayStation and Xbox and Dreamcast pretty much came out around the same time, and the GameCube. And I didn't have all three until like a little bit before the 360 came out. But eventually, like, you know, I did get them. But I also only asked for that.
Yeah,
You know?
like growing up, we didn't really have any other consoles besides the PlayStation and the Nintendo until like I guess the PlayStation 2 came out. But then again, like my uncle was there when he bought it, and we got
Gotcha.
that day one. And then we got the Wii like a year after it came out, and that's when I started getting like the other consoles, the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we only had a PS2 originally. It wasn't even mine at first, but we only got one of those at first because it had a DVD player in it, and that was like crazy at the time.
It was
like the cheapest way to get a DVD player basically at the time.
And it does so much more.
Yep. You know, play your music, play your DVDs, play games, all that shit. It just made sense. And then some of it was like hand-me-downs.
Where did you keep all these games?
What do you mean? In my room?
I mean, you're naming off so many consoles, so I'm just imagining your room is just stuffed with consoles. So, like,
oh no, I don't still have them. Like, all right, for instance,
I know, but I meant like growing up, like
yeah. Okay, I got you. So like when I had the Dreamcast, so eventually I don't even remember what happens to the Dreamcast. At one point, like I just didn't have it anymore. I don't even I honestly don't remember what happened to it. I know
when Yarn sailed it off, you didn't even know.
Probably, because I know a part of the reason was because they discontinued it. So like it wasn't like games were still coming out for it. It was like over at that point anyway. So like that ended up wherever it ended up. The PS2 was like just in my room. The Xbox was just in my room. And then I think the PS2 ended up going into like the living room when I got the GameCube, and then I just kept like the GameCube and the Xbox in the room. And then when I got the 360, I had that as well. And I'd given like the GameCube to my little cousin. I had the original Xbox like in my closet for a long time, just held on to it. But that shit is like, if anybody's ever had an original Xbox, that shit is heavy, like heavy as fuck. So like it just took up too much space and it was too heavy. I don't remember where I did with that. Then I had the 360, and then when we got the PS3, that was in my living room as well. And the Wii, so I actually got the Wii first, and then realized very quickly that I did not want the Wii. So like I gave that to my godmother, and she kept it. We had it in like the living room as well, but like it didn't really get played outside of like Wii Sports, like Wii Bowling and shit. And then from there, every time I would get like a console or anything, like whichever one I played on the most would stay in my room, and then the other one would just end up in the living room, or I would give it to my godmother to play.
Listen, I know we talked about bowling earlier, but I would beat the shit out of you in Wii Bowling.
I doubt it, bro.
Want to bet?
I just doubt it, bro. I mean, we can arrange that. That's not really hard to do.
No, it's not.
The GameStops have them. They're like super cheap.
Oh, you guys don't have your Wiis anymore? I still have mine.
I don't have my Wii Sports anymore, but I
even have the stupid little board that they use for the yoga.
See, I didn't keep a lot of that stuff though. Like, I don't have anything like that. Like any of the old console stuff.
Yeah.
Once I go on this is memory.
Yeah, like there's a 360 in here. That's probably the oldest thing that I have in here. I have some PSP games in here because they're just cool to have, like, and they're rare as shit, but like I don't have a PSP in here, so like they're useless unless I sell them. But yeah, I don't keep like any of the old stuff, honestly. Not really much to play on it.
Okay, well then I have a better question. Since you had so many of the consoles, which was your favorite intro sound for them? Like when you open like the GameCube, Nintendo's
so like
song for it.
Yeah.
PS2's got to be mine.
So like
PS2. Ooh.
Generation wise, this is such a tough. This is a good question. This is a tough question. Because honestly, like when it comes to like the 360 and PS3, like 360 is easily my favorite. But when it comes to like the GameCube, the Xbox, and like the PS2, that's a rough one because I loved all of those intros, honestly. Like hearing that PS2 intro come on, and it puts a smile on my face. But
Sends
like
chills down my back.
yeah, like that noise is so iconic and weird sounding. But then like GameCube has such a like unique opening, and you could like change the GameCube opening when it came on. Like if you had more controllers, you could like hold a button and it like changed the different sound effects. And it was just like when that came on, I knew like most of the games that I was playing was like some really good shit, like Smash Brothers. So like that always got me hyped. And then Xbox's intro, while the music and shit wasn't really that cool, the effects for it look cool as shit. If you've ever like seen, well, you had, you know, the original Xbox, that shit is cool looking. But I'd probably put like PS2 first, and then like GameCube, and then Xbox last. But they're all like bangers, honestly.
I used to just like turn my original Xbox on and off, and then on and back again.
That shit is so cool.
Just to watch
it's
the
like
trippy-ass
wasting
ball.
electricity.
Yeah, the little ball like just
Yeah.
move all over the place and shit. Like
Yeah.
that looks so cool to me, dude. That shit
This
looks so sick.
motherfucker was wasting up the goddamn electricity.
Hey, fuck it.
The
Yeah.
electricity bill for those months
then
was
I-
insane.
Out of control.
And then I wonder why we couldn't afford an Xbox 360 for years.
Because you jacked up the electricity bill,
Yeah.
bro. Oh man.
Can't
Yeah, and then the
believe that.
newer intros are like, they're whatever. Like, they don't really have
I'm
intros.
down.
Like,
They don't really give you much
Yeah.
hype to like play a video game that you're about to play.
exactly.
You have the game has to do it for you. If the game
Right.
doesn't have a good intro, you're kind of just like,
Yeah. Dang, I miss those old unique intros for stuff, man.
I miss
Good
games that
times.
had like an intro sound. Like everyone knows esports.
EA
This game-
Sports.
Yeah, EA Sports. You don't forget
Mhm.
that.
In the game.
It's in the
Forever engraved in my brain.
Yeah.
Mario also had his own little intro. Well, I mean, he's always gonna have
The
it, but
Wii
you know what I
Sports
mean?
music.
Yeah, the Wii
Shit was
Sports.
lit.
Oh man, when that came on, somebody was getting their ass whooped on the fight. In bowling or boxing.
Yeah,
Oh,
sometimes
I
I
did
would like
tennis.
tell my siblings like, you hear that? That's the last thing you'll hear. Let's get this shit going.
That's such a iconic game in general.
Yeah. I completely forgot about the GameCube intro that you could control it if you had multiple controllers.
Yeah, it has some weird
Completely
ass
forgot
like
about it.
Yeah, the only reason I asked is 'cause I
noises.
remember I heard it recently, like GameCubes and like Sega's like little.
Sega.
Yeah, and I was like, why is this unlocking memories? And you're
Mhm.
talking about all these, and I'm like, let me ask because he has actually had quite a few of these consoles. Like,
Yeah.
he must have a favorite.
Like
You got
they were
it.
really good. Like crazy enough, even Dreamcast had a nice ass intro. Like there was some man. Oh man, I miss those old consoles. It takes me back. Makes me feel old for real.
This man is
For sure.
currently wiping tears as he's talking.
Carlos said, which intro made you the most deaf when it came on? I remember my cousins had a PS2 before I did. And I remember trying to sneak into their room in the middle of the night to play it while everybody was still asleep.
Mhm.
And then when you turn it on, and you know the sound when it was on and like the TV was on regular,
Wow. Yeah.
like bow, and it's like, oh
'Cause-
shit.
Cause like out of all the intros, right? Like when GameCube comes on, it's like like it takes a second, right, to like do all
Yeah.
that shit.
But
and
like
it's
the
still not that
PS2's
loud.
one's like echoey and like
PS2 is like
I know, it's just like a gunshot.
immediately, yeah, like
You're in for the experience, dog.
it's, yeah, it's happening.
it's like a trippy sound, so it's like nice to hear.
Yeah,
But like when you hear that like on full blast, like at 2 a.m., it's like, oh god, I'm in trouble.
that shit's loud.
You just hear a belt being fucking picked up.
I know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just like when I was growing up, it wasn't like a specific intro that was so fucking loud. It was just everything in my house. Like using the microwave was like typing in like a bomb or something. I don't know.
Like the way you try and delicately press the numbers and it's
Bro,
still beep.
like yeah, like it's like shut the fuck up. And then like I try to tap it even lighter, it doesn't pick it up, so I type it a little bit harder, and it's seriously loud.
But then even when you turn on a microwave, it's kind of fucking loud.
Exactly.
Oh, the old one or like a
Like,
freaking radiator. They just hummed.
I
Like,
think
the
it's
whole
just more or
house.
less the fact that it's quiet in the house and you're trying to stay quiet. And because you're trying to stay quiet, not everything is just loud.
Yeah, I ain't never heard anything fucking louder than when I was sneaking into the pantry to open up that fucking sugar cookie box. Just that plastic just.
or if you have squeaky cabinets and you try to open it.
Oh, fuck.
And then if you have hardwood floor, you feel like you could hear every little step you take.
Oh, bro, you really hitting it with that heel toe method when you're
Bro,
doing that one.
I'm saying.
I used to walk along the edges of the wall, like, because everyone walks in the middle, so the wood is a lot looser in the middle. So I'd walk along the edges in the wall to like try and quiet my footsteps if that
It was
happened.
impossible
Erlyn was
going to
big
get a
brain about it. I
snack,
didn't even
bro.
think about that.
Yeah. Erlyn
Just
was big
tactical,
braining
bro.
this. What the?
I literally, okay, we're all explaining the same thing because I'm pretty sure we all know what would happen if we were too freaking loud at a time that we shouldn't be up.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to be smart. It was either that or I die, and I was not
Bro,
about to die.
She acting like there's lasers, bro. She avoided all of them.
The floor is for dude. You don't understand. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys know the exact like board I'm talking about, but that one board that's loud as hell and it'll wake up anybody.
Yeah, it's
I don't
in
know
my
if you guys
living
have
room.
one, but I have one. Well, had one. Stepping on it gave me a heart attack every single time. I would literally freeze. I wouldn't move. Staying on a bomb.
No, for real. That's how it be.
The struggle.
Oh, I know this isn't a well, I guess it is. It's not a game console. But like for the VHS, I don't know if you guys remember the THX sound for
Yeah.
like the VHS.
Oh my god, that thing is so loud.
Gave me a heart attack every time.
That shit is loud. It's probably one of the loudest effects.
So obnoxious.
They actually came back
no
and
reason.
made it. It's horrifying.
Made it what,
I'm
quieter?
So no, it's still they did it with, I forgot what company it was. It was a company that was like, you know, that makes like effects or whatever. It was still loud as hell. It sounded crisper, I guess. I don't know. But they decided we're gonna go all through with it, so they went ahead. It's still loud. I don't know if they made it quieter for like DVDs or whatever, but like the video, like you could look for it on YouTube. The video itself felt pretty loud. I was watching it on TV though, so, and we had a Bose system, so it was loud.
I mean, if you have a Bose system, I feel like you're
Yeah.
just asking for things to be loud. Really, I don't.
Yeah, but I completely forgot about this one intro that had no business being that loud. So I'm playing on regular volume and I get a heart attack and I go deaf. Not expecting it. Not ready for it. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Now I watch everything on like 15 or like 14 or whatever if I feel like it might be really loud. Especially intros. I always lower the volume and never leave it loud.
Oh, I blast shit.
Oh, dude, there's this thing that I do, and I want to know if anyone else does it. But when I'm watching stuff on like TV or whatever, I always got to keep the volume at even numbers.
Yes, because I freaking hate when like the volume is at a perfect sound and it's always at an odd number.
My grandmother was like that.
It makes me.
I mean, I keep my car volume, like when I'm listening to music, at 24 for Kobe.
Man, I'm down for whatever. Whatever sounds good. I used to be like that when I was younger, I felt like, but now I just kind of.
Well, you grew up out of that or something? Or
I guess, like, because I mean, I felt like it was my grandmother's influence that made me do that in the first place. Like, she was just super.
We left grandmas and it no longer affected us.
Yeah, she was super aggro about it. I don't know, something about it, and I'm just like, I don't care.
Oh god.
I just need to sound good.
Yeah, if I see it and I know that it's like uneven, I get really passive aggressive about it.
Got you.
Yeah. Kind of like a hangry attitude. Yeah, I don't know. It really bothers me.
Yeah, I only do that shit in the car. Just because of Kobe.
Oh, yeah, no, I do it with everything. Yeah, no, it's bad.
I mean, like, I'm mostly like on my computer anyways, so I don't really ever pay attention.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I like about my computer, well, at the least, is it doesn't go up by like ones, it goes up by twos, so I never have to worry about landing on an odd number.
Wouldn't that be
It's so
annoying
nice.
though? What?
No, I love the fact that it's always even. I'm like, I am
Well, I mean,
like
yeah,
even
I guess
even if it's
what?
I don't know. I hate when I find like a TV or something that goes up by ones. I'm like, just go by twos. Just do a
Right, but
thing.
like if your computer volume only goes up by 2s, does that like make it twice as loud each time, or is it just referring to this one notch as like 2?
I don't know. It's like 0, 2, 4, 6. It's still the same thing. It's just it go. But I'm saying like when you know how like you turn the dial like for the radio, the volume goes up. I don't know if your car does it, but it usually goes up by ones. And like the more you turn, the higher it goes. It's the same thing, but like mine just goes by increments of 2. So if I want to listen to the volume at like 30, all I have to do is turn it like what the freaking
Got you.
math. Yeah.
Okay, I was hoping to see
Ah,
some
I'm on to
improvement
say yes.
on math, but I guess not. That's all right.
I don't do math. We already established this. You already
I-
saw the struggle. I'm not about to go
Dude,
through this again.
I know. I saw the struggle. We almost died several times because of the struggle.
All right. Well, nobody told them to put math in the game, but they decided to. It's not my fault.
But you were also the one who wanted to play the game, so
I didn't think that it was a puzzle game that would have math. How many puzzle games do you play in a regular game that makes you do math and science?
literally every puzzle
Most
game.
of them.
Really? What game? What? No, like actual sit there and do math. Not like, oh, let me just, it's gonna ask me like a question. Like, no, it's making you do the math and do the science and figure it out. I was sitting there reading these questions and these numbers, and you were feeding me other like words to the stupid little puzzle. And I'm over here like, I'm hearing Timothy has 5 apples, but he had 5 cars at the same time, and I had to figure out why he had 10 owls afterwards. I don't know. Just saying, it was everywhere. I didn't appreciate it. I'm like, it's don't
I just want to
don't
point
give me
out
math.
that we didn't even have a Timothy in the game, so I have no idea where you got that from.
Sounds like you had a good time.
I had to name the person that invented that system for cooling down the freaking radiator on a train. For what reason did we have to fill little vials, subtract numbers, flip little levers and switches just to cool off a train? Why doesn't it have like a cooling system already in it?
That seems like I feel like it's reasonable. I feel.
Why doesn't it just cool down all at the same time? Does your PC cool down one by one, or does it cool the whole thing?
I mean,
Exactly.
if you want to be technical,
I'm so lost.
Don't worry about it.
She's just mad that she doesn't know math. That's all.
I don't need to be mad about this. I've always known this. I tell you guys this. It's your fault that you didn't believe me when I tell you that I suck at math.
Okay, which brings another question here. Why do you keep picking games with that are puzzle games?
I don't realize that it doesn't say that it's like it says it has like in the tags. It's not the first thing in the tag. You know, like they put like what the genre is usually first, and then obviously it adds other tags that are like subgenres in it. It's usually like third or fourth, and I'm like, you know what? That means it's a regular adventure game that has puzzles, not a puzzle game that's an adventure. Those are two different things. I'm not getting that from that. The videos don't show that it's necessarily just the puzzles. It shows like little bits that seem like an adventure game, but it's not. It's in the middle of doing a puzzle that makes it look like it's just. You know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay, being attacked. I don't appreciate it. I'm just. You know what? Move on. Next segment. Oh, come on! I know. I need to watch YouTube videos on the games.
It's okay. It's all right.
But you.
What?
Don't worry about it. Just do your thing.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know how to segue this.
What's the next topic?
So we could talk about another gamer. She was the content creator of the year. Her name is Valkyrae. Do you guys know anything about Miss Valkyrie over here?
Played Fortnite.
I know she's pretty and she's got a scandal.
Well,
Like
not really a scandal. So, like, recently, she released this skincare project that she's been working on for over 2 years, meaning that she's been working on this since before she switched to YouTube.
That's good for her.
Yeah, so the skincare is called Reflect. And what's supposed to do is that it's supposed to prevent your skin from getting damaged from blue light. Yeah, from blue light. It's supposed to feature 4 products in total. Ulta being one of the stores that you can actually purchase the skincare products in, like, in person. But the main reason why it's being a scandal is because of the I guess the lack of research it's showing. So, like, she said herself that she's seen some research being done and it was really, really good, but it still seems like it's lacking a lot of the scientific backing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, she. What a melon head.
So it's no secret that the amount of blue light that your computer screen does give off is not enough to hurt your skin. Blue light that comes from the sun is enough to hurt your skin, but not from sitting at your computer.
Well,
And so that's where the scandal falls, is that, you know, and also the fact that when you go to the website and try and look at said research, that, like, nothing that they said that they've researched is public at all. So there's nothing to really back up what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And because, it's just a company that she's working with, like, she's the face of what's going on, so she's the one to get attacked right now. Basically, she got scammed, and now she's getting blamed for other people getting scammed.
Kinda rough, man.
sounds like such a roundabout way to go after the who's actually in charge of making said product. Like, she's clearly just the producer. She's not the director. She's not the creator for whatever the heck the skincare is.
Yeah, and also, in fairness, when she addressed it on her stream, she did it very poorly.
Yeah, that was definitely one
Yeah.
of the worst things that probably happened out of all of that.
For
Yeah.
What
sure.
happened?
So,
Yeah, no, I
like,
didn't see
like
it.
I don't, and I just want to put in, like, full disclosure that, like, I really like Valkyrie. Like, I respect her as a content creator, and I don't think she would ever have any ill intent in any of her actions.
Mhm.
That being said, so she went live I think a week after all of that went through, or, like, all that went down, or something like that, a couple days or something. She even took off, like, co-owner of 100 Thieves off her Twitter bio, so she doesn't get, like, accidentally get hate over to 100 Thieves. That way it just only get directed to her. And then, like, when she was addressing the drama and backlash, it started off okay, and then she named some of her friends that reached out to her, and then later on she was saying that she's not naming any names to throw people under the bus who didn't check up on her. But then I think a couple minutes earlier she stated that Jacksepticeye didn't reach out at all.
Yeah.
So that was kind of yikes.
Oh, right, I forgot that she knows, like, a bunch of YouTubers.
She was like, this person checked up on me, this person checked up on me, and then, yeah, she threw Jacksepticeye under the bus, which, in Jacksepticeye's defense, his dad fucking just died, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not fucking concerned about your stupid-ass skincare product right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little rough with that whole situation. I just feel like she shouldn't have she kind of doubled down on it, and then
It's, yeah.
it blew up even worse because of that. Like then she did the stream, and that wasn't really that great.
So
And
she's kind of obligated.
She shouldn't addressed it. I've addressed it at all. Is what she should have done. What she should have done is just owned up to it. Like say, hey, yeah, I invested in this sketchy company.
The problem is that she's still under contract with them.
Yeah.
So she can't say shit like that.
She said that she's like, which by the way, this is something that happened recently. At least this was said in the leaked DMs that came out between her and Ludwig that she potentially could get out of the contract.
Yes, because she did not sign one document.
Yeah, so I'm sure they're not happy about that. But
No,
also the fact that the DMs leaked is going to create a whole other situation in and of itself. So
yeah,
she's going to have some fun times ahead. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit of a struggle, but I think she'll be fine because at the end of the day, I don't think anybody thinks that she intentionally was trying to scam people.
No.
But yeah, she went about it in the wrong way with how people reacted to it. She probably should have just let it play out.
Like what Mizkiv said to her, he said the best thing to do is to just let it play out, and in like a week or two, it'll like people forget about it. I mean, no one's gonna completely forget about it, but
they'll never forget about it.
Yeah, time will pass, and then that's the best.
It'll be less of the talking point of the moment, which is what happens because it's social media. But yeah, she definitely shouldn't have got it. She shouldn't have went live.
She had some emotions and bad takes going through her mind.
Yep.
Even if she was gonna do something like that, it would have been better to make a video because at least you can edit out, like have somebody watch it and like tell you like, no,
can compile your thoughts.
Yeah.
But I think she was also just wanting to have it streamed that way. It's more of a genuine reaction. You know.
Yeah, and people could like ask questions and shit. But yeah, who cares? Fuck that people pleasing shit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you gotta like make sure you're not putting out like more misinformation or like saying shit that's gonna have you in more of a bind than not saying anything in the first place. She kind of.
So how much were the products? If you know.
The products.
No idea.
So at Ulta, I know they go from like $9 to like $25. And remember, there's like 4 products, so like I don't know. I just know that that's like the span. So it's supposed to be affordable, which is good, but it's also supposed to help blue light. But really, you can just put on sunscreen, and that will do more than what the skincare would do, from what I know. I don't know shit about skincare. That's all you, girl. Like
I don't know shit about blue light and skincare and shit.
The thing about like the blue light, I guess I want to say controversy, if it can even be considered one, is that Weezy's not wrong. It's not that scientists don't want to take the time to research blue light off of any electronic screens, like your phone counts as blue light, your TV counts as like going to the theater is like blue light. Is that people say, whether it's true or not, we don't know, that it can cause your skin to like wrinkle and age or whatever, because the same thing happens when you stay outside in the sun a lot. It does dehydrate your skin, so you do have very dry skin. It makes it easier to damage, so it wrinkles easier, whatever. So like she's probably trying to make it because a lot of people, well, I guess like 50-50, I guess. So like 50% of people care about like their skin. So she probably decided to do that for like the gamer side of people, whether it's boy or girl, it doesn't matter. Like here's a skin line that can help with that. The problem that I can see with people having with it is that blue light, like I said, is supposed to technically be about like skin aging and fine lines, wrinkles. She could have easily just made a regular cream for that, like a regular skin line that's for that. She could have like still use like the blue light reason, but she could have made products that actually dealt with that side, not necessarily like I don't know what the products actually were supposed to do, but if that's what she wanted it to do, then she should have advertised that part more and not really put blue light in bold letters. She should have had that as like the reverse. Here's a skin line that's great for like anti-aging or blah blah blah. that helps with blue light at the bottom, or like, you know, in like parentheses or something, because it's it isn't backed by science entirely. It's more so backed by like somewhat some very small scientists, I guess. Um, Small research papers, not research that's, you know, been, you know, checked and went over and reviewed by a board and like a-okay to be, you know, put out there or whatever. So it's like what she's trying to do is, it makes sense, but she honestly was probably better off making a regular skincare line, because your skin also just gets dry and dehydrated if, yeah, you sit in front of the computer, but because you're not drinking water, you're not getting proper sleep, you're overworking yourself, then your skin becomes very dry and tired. It wrinkles easier. You don't have, you know, the moisture in your skin to keep it from getting all those wrinkles and fine lines. So if you're constantly just sitting there with a dead
Yeah,
face,
it's the after
you're
effects of not doing anything. It's nothing to do with
yeah,
the computer screen.
yeah, so like maybe on the high off chance, like a 90% chance that yes, blue light does cause all of that stuff, excuse me. Okay, fine, you could still advertise that. But it's still a matter of the information you're putting out there should still be at least somewhat truthful too. Like you should still be telling your customers and your, you know, your supporters, your fans, all of that, like, hey, being in front of a computer for this long does also cause similar things. I'm doing the blue light part because I believe in that. Make that your opinion, and that's the reason you're adding that, you know, little freaking, I don't know, whatever the hell you want to call it. But I'm mainly doing it for my other people that are like me who sit in front of the computer, whether it's for gaming or work, and I want to make sure that all our skin can be safe. Whatever. There you go. Instead of just blue light skincare, because it doesn't make sense. Like anybody who sits in front of a computer at some point, you know, you feel it in your face, you feel it in your body. Like you're just tired. You want to like get away from the screen because yeah, it's bothering you, but not because like it. I don't know, like did something. You're better off probably sitting in front of a freaking blue screen, I mean, blue light, than you are standing in the sun for hours. Because
The lights emitted from your screen are more effective on your eyes, I would think, than your fucking skin.
well, that's the other thing that like doctors too. Like I don't know. I mean, last time I checked, I mean, I'd obviously have to like re-Google this information. But last time I remember reading about it is that like a lot of like what is it? Yeah, ophthalmologists, something like that.
Dermatologist?
No, for eyes. I
Oh,
forgot what they're called. I forgot what my doctor's called.
It starts with an
Yeah,
O,
you know what I'm
right?
talking about. Yeah, I said ophthalmologist, but I could be wrong.
That's not what it
Ophthalmologist.
is.
Yeah.
It's a geologist.
Geologist.
Okay.
Anyway, a
No
lot
idea.
of them, a lot of them have, not a lot, but quite a few people, same with like the blue light, you know, theory or whatever, have also done similar slight studies, research papers, um, basically confirming the fact that like blue light can't damage your retina the way you think it can, or like the way people assume it can. Like so like people are like that stupid like myth of if you read in the dark you're gonna strain your eyes, you're gonna hurt it. Like no, you could read in the dark, it's not the best, you shouldn't do it, because in general like we're not built to read in the dark. Yeah, you're gonna strain your eyes, but to the point where like it's more so you're just straining them to use too much effort rather than straining them to ruin your eyesight. So same with like the blue light. You're straining your eyes staring at a bright screen, rather it's similar to like when they tell you, obviously like very high difference in example, but like when they tell you not to stare at the sun, it's for a reason. So it's kind of like that, like staring at the screen for too long, you're going to strain your eyes. So it's straining a muscle. All the muscles in your eyeball that do whatever the frick they do to make you see or whatever, you're bothering them. They're working overtime at that point because you're not taking a break. So like your eyes are going to feel like, "Oh, they're blurry," or "I can't see as well anymore." Like, "No, bitch, you're probably just going blind. It's not because of the computer. It's not because your phone. Sit down." I don't know. There's a lot of reasons for people to like
So
go
like
blind or whatever. I don't
with
know.
all that being said, there's actual fucking like scientific research to back all that information.
Yeah.
There's no information about blue light from a screen affecting your skin. And not only that, when they say they have research to back it and then they don't provide any, that's kind of sketchy.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, there's like just a lot of papers, not necessarily like research that's backed by, like a university or a team or a board or whatever. Like, it could be a student, like a med student, doing the research paper for it. Somebody got interested in it or whatever. Maybe they posted it, whatever. I don't know, like if in high school you had to, but like if you had to make a video, they'd usually be like, post it on YouTube and then we'll watch it on YouTube. That's what they did at my school. So it's probably a similar situation of we're going to post this information or whatever because maybe we have a small group of people, something like that. I don't know. That doesn't mean it's necessarily backed by certified team or whatever, or like funding even. Like, you're not gonna you wouldn't find a lot of information that's gonna correlate 100% because it's a he said she said situation. So it's like, again, it you might as well have made eye drops at that point too and just said it's for blue light. Like, you're gonna get in the same scandal for it too. It's because like your eyes get dry, you're not blinking enough, you're not hydrated at that point. Same with your skin. Your skin is tired, you're not hydrated, you're not drinking enough. So it's like you're really just tossing everything up in the air just to see where the coin flips. You're not probably going to get the best answer after that.
You know what they when she was talking about like trying to get the research, you know why they won't release their research or like where their sources came from?
Why?
It's because they don't want competitors to steal it, is what they say.
Okay. Wait, can you? Okay, because obviously, can you send me like the name of like the products or whatever on Discord? Because I want to see
Sure.
if I can find it. I want to see the ingredients in her freaking skincare because like
Sure.
I'll be
Like,
real pissed if it's just a huge
I'll
line of
even
just
send
bullshit.
you the website. It's
No,
called
it's stupid.
Reflect.
I'm so pissed. A lot of people have tried this. Like, even like just regular YouTubers that aren't wow, she put money into this. Goddamn. Real fancy website.
Yeah, Ulta put in like $4 million in investment in this as well. $4 million.
Yes.
A lot of dollars.
It's like 4 million of them.
Not much. Not much.
Yeah, so that's you
I
can.
don't know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
god.
take a look at that. We're gonna get into sports now. Is that cool?
Yeah, go off. Yeah.
Glory, do you know much about basketball?
A little bit.
Did you know that the NBA is back?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that the Knicks are playing against the Bulls right now?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I did because I'm a Knicks fan. Anyway,
I know that the Thunder came back from like 26 against
the Lakers last night.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Move on.
Is this guy a Laker fan or something?
Listen, he's a LeBron fan, but LeBron wasn't playing, so
Yeah, who cares, bro?
That's what it was.
What do you mean? Who cares?
That's like me caring about Damian Lillard losing.
What? How is that even equivalent? What?
Because LeBron James to you is what Damian Lillard is to me.
No, clearly not. Because I want the Lakers to win. You don't care, so you must not like Damian Lillard that much. If you don't care,
He's not balling this year, but
if his team loses, he's actually not balling. He's having like one of his worst years right now.
Yeah,
so is James Harden. You know why?
So they changed the foul rule.
Exactly. These guys used to get fouls all the fucking time. He also just isn't shooting very well. But
Didn't Joel Embiid used to get fouled all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a big boy. The reason he gets fouled is different from like why
these fucking shooting guards like
what's the name won't get fouled.
Flying into the fucking opponent.
It's like accidentally elbowing somebody in the head, like oops.
Yeah, but what do you did you guys read the whole list for the 75 team that they had?
I didn't read the entire list, but I read like majority of. I mean, I'm looking at it now. No, I read all of this. Okay, never mind. I've seen
Oh
it.
no, bro. I don't understand when people are crying about Klay Thompson not making it, including Klay Thompson.
Bro, that's so like. You don't think Klay Thompson is top 75?
I mean, he could be top around that area, but like, there's so many players that have been in and out of the NBA, and like,
True,
thank you.
but like, how many of those players are better than Klay Thompson?
At least 75, I would think, probably.
Yeah. You think Damian Lillard? No finals appearances. Damian Lillard is better than Klay Thompson.
Why am I gonna compare team accolades to an individual performance?
I mean, he's never even been to the finals though. There's a difference to like
team accolades.
I understand team accolades, but even LeBron James took the weak ass Cleveland Cavaliers to the finals multiple times.
LeBron James is built different than any other player.
Exactly.
Klay Thompson ain't bringing nobody to the finals.
I'm not saying that single-handedly he would bring them to the finals, but he's definitely a reason that they have as many championships. If you don't have Klay Thompson on those teams that won the championship, you don't win the championship.
I don't know.
Like at all.
Putting it. This looks like.
I mean, Curry wasn't about to carry them.
Yeah, Curry and KD together can.
Shit, I don't even know about that. They lost like three. They lost the 3-1 lead to LeBron.
They lost to the GOAT though.
I'm not arguing there. All I'm saying is they had all three of them. So you take one of them away, and I don't know how they would even like got what they got before then. All I'm saying is
point guards aren't. I mean, I can't name too many point guards that can legitimately carry teams to finals. I mean, Stockton's not doing it.
I just can't think of too many players that got snubbed as hard as like Klay Thompson did. I mean, is he not one of the best shooters like all time? What was you about to say, Jordan?
I would like to say Dwight Howard got snubbed.
He did get
snubbed. That's a little bit bigger than Klay Thompson getting snubbed. Honestly, like Dwight Howard is probably the biggest snub out of the list, but I feel like Klay is definitely up there as well. But Dwight Howard not making it on this list is like probably the biggest. Mm-hmm. Like Russell Westbrook plays for the Lakers. I want him to be great, but he's not helping the team win a championship more than Klay Thompson. Motherfuckers can't even win with him on his on the team. People leave him. They don't even want him on their team. Oh no.
And he made it on there, and I mean he made it on there because he's a walking triple double. But then like, so like, are we rewarding players for just having outlandish stats because they have solo stats?
I feel like that's a part of a solo individual performance and how you rank a person.
I got you, but if you can't help your team, all right, put it this way: Russell Westbrook has the second highest turnovers, right? So he's already like a hindrance to most teams. He is definitely a walking triple double. However, he went to one finals, they didn't win, and he has been on like 5 different teams or 4 different teams in like the last 5 years, and every time he plays for any of those teams, they struggle like completely. Is he a great player? Yes, but comparatively stat line, like if you put up like numbers, he doesn't shoot better than Klay Thompson. He doesn't handle the ball better than Klay Thompson. Like if you just put like stats for stats, he actually is like a way less efficient player than Klay Thompson. So like, would you want Russell Westbrook on your team or would you want Klay Thompson on your team?
I don't know. Klay Thompson's a walk-in number 2 on any team he goes on. That's all I'm thinking.
So would you rather have like if I'm not a Lakers fan, like I just want
team. I'd take prime Russ over prime Klay. Yes.
That's wild. That is wild to me. But hey, that's
so
okay. The last 4 years and 5 years he hadn't been in his prime. So, but like that 2014, 2016 Russ.
So you would prefer that Russell Westbrook over a prime, I don't know, Manu Ginobili or a prime Tracy McGrady?
I'm not taking
not those prime. 2, bro. I'm talking Klay Thompson individually. I don't think he's.
But those people, those guys also did not even get. I don't even know what they got considered for top 75. But
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink.
McGrady is also a carry.
Yes.
Ginobili is just the most consistent player
Right.
I've ever seen.
And they did not make it to the top 75. Would you prefer Russell Westbrook over those guys?
No.
Why is that?
As much as I mean, I agree with Chris and everything he's saying about Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Listen, this is not me praising Russell Westbrook because I wanted his ass off the Thunder too, but this is me more saying that I don't think Klay Thompson is all that.
I think I would definitely prefer him over Russell Westbrook.
Bro, I'll be honest, like, not even joking. I don't think I can name 5 players that shoot better than Klay Thompson in the league right now.
I haven't seen him shoot in 2 years, so I don't know.
Damn.
Okay, so even if we're going off the last, like 2 years, like 2 years ago, I couldn't name 5 players that could shoot better than him at that time. Like, there's just no way. Like, this is not even. It's not even close, and he's been that way for like a while, like a long time. This last 2 years when he's been injured is like the first time we've ever not seen him be around. Like before then, I don't know, man. I feel like that's like one of the best shooters to ever play.
Maybe if he was never under the shadow of Steph Curry, it'd be different in my eyes.
But see, that's like faulting him for playing with a great player. That's like Jordan and Pippen type shit. Like, you know, you still gotta give Pippen his respect.
I do not.
Just because he played.
Pippen is.
Okay, well.
I'm kidding.
I was about to move on from this discussion. But yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like you can't just take away from other people's like success because they play with great players.
I mean, that's like saying like. Yeah, I'm gonna compare Klay to Ray Allen.
Okay.
In the sense that, you know, they're great attributes on a winning team, but they will. Klay on the Thunder team would never get them as far as Russell on the Thunder team when they were complete shit and Kevin and Paul George left them.
I mean, honestly, like I wouldn't even know because the Thunder team couldn't get themselves to win a championship with who they had in the first place. So like,
crazy. I don't know if they know what they had though. That's crazy though. But I'm just to do me that stuff. They couldn't get it together. Shit. They had the same way I feel about Damian Lillard. I feel like you know he could be an attribute to a great championship team, but just they're the type of players that can't carry people to a championship,
which is fine, right? And I'm not saying that because they like are in the position they're in, they can't necessarily be great players that could have, you know, been on the top 75. But like, I don't know. Like, I honestly really think not putting Klay Thompson on there, that'll be something that like 10 years later you look back and be like.
I mean,
really, like who's shooting better?
I'll take Dame over Klay all day too. That's not.
I mean, close. That's fair if you want to do that. I don't think
shooters that were better than Klay, in my opinion.
I don't think Dame. I think Dame has like some phenomenal games, but I also think like Dame gets a lot of praise because he stays like on the team that he's on and he won't move, and so people are like just giving him that extra edge because. Yeah,
I'm not about that life. I'm all for you moving to a different team, brother.
I think he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but like I think he gets way more credit because he just won't leave that team. Like
he's trying to leave the team. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he could have left the team before the season started, and now he there. I don't know what he's gonna do at this point.
Lakers should have took him over Russell. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'd agree.
That man is washed. But yeah, I don't. First of all, I'm not going to look at a list that the NBA made and really take it that serious anyway.
I mean, he works for that fucking.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, even right, like it's almost like the award shows, right? Like the Game Awards or like the Oscars and shit like that. Like, Yeah, to an extent, you kind of ignore it a little bit because it's like these people like just make crazy ass decisions and don't know what they talking about sometimes. But then at the same time, it's like still something that's well regarded, and like people at the end of the day would like to have won it than to not have won it at all. Like, look at The Weeknd. Like, now he's finally done with it. Now he's at the point where he's just like, fuck it, like I don't care anymore. But like for a long time, he was pushing to try to get like those nominations and shit and win those awards, and he wasn't getting like those awards. And it just goes to show that even if you hate it, you still want to be recognized, you know, amongst your peers and amongst people that like claim they know what they're talking about. So like to be left off of tops, and at the end of the day, basketball is competitive. So like if you're Klay Thompson, you got to be thinking in your head, 75 people ahead of me, not one of them I think I'm better than. Like, I don't know about that, dog. Like, I just feel like that's just a. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't know how like Dwight is no idea. That shit blows my mind, but you know, NBA gonna NBA, I guess.
Besides the White and Klay Thompson, who else do you think got snubbed out of that?
I think Kyrie could have an argument to be made to be on there, but I don't know who you take off for Kyrie.
That's it? You just
Like,
think Kyrie?
I mean, I think Kyrie, Klay, and Dwight. I can't think, like, who else is somebody that you specifically thinking of?
Tracy McGrady.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly. I feel like I don't like really remember watching Tracy McGrady play a lot when I was younger. I know he was a really good player. And like that goes for a lot of like these players on this list too, because some of them are just old ass NBA players that I just don't know. But because I don't know enough about him, I'm not even gonna like really say if he should have been on there or not, or who he should have replaced.
So that's where like you kind of draw the line, because you don't know who like they would replace with.
Yeah, like I don't know who they would take off for him, and like in all honesty, like I don't think I could put together a top 75 that would encompass like the entire league's history, like the last 75 years, because there's players on here, you know, who have played in the league who definitely deserve to be on this list that I just wouldn't be familiar with. Like, I just don't know about them because they're just old ass players from like the 50s and 60s and shit, you know.
I mean, I just don't know how Brian Scalabrine didn't get on there.
The White Mamba, dude, that's what I'm saying.
That's kind of a snub.
Yeah. Kind of racist.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, like there's people on here that just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just see some players and I'm like, yeah, they were amazing in their times and they did a lot. But then there's just certain players where I'm like, how did those players not get on there as well? And it's weird to me how much like the league pushed for some of these players too, right? Like Dwight, like I feel like he got snubbed, and I saw this on a show, like the sports show recently, talking about like one of the reasons they think he may have gotten snubbed, which I kind of agree with a bit, is because he's so goofy now. He's kind of seen as like that not gentle giant, but like more of like that goofy persona. Everybody kind of sees him and like jokes around with him, and they know that he can be a competitor, but he's not like regarded as like this crazy force in the NBA these days compared to like how he was. And so people kind of just overlook him as like, you know, they overlook like his past history of his games compared to like now, because he's not anywhere near as a player as he used to be. And I feel like that's just kind of weird. Or how the NBA push for the Splash Brothers, and everybody talks about the Splash Brothers. You can't have fucking Splash Brothers if you don't have one of the brothers. Like, I don't understand like how that works. You can't say these are two of the best shooters we've ever seen, and then not put one of the best shooters that you've ever seen on the list. Like that seems weird to me. Like that's why. And then like again, you don't have a like Warriors dynasty without Klay Thompson. Like I just don't think you do. I like think that KD going there definitely helps, and they win a championship for sure with him. But like no Klay Thompson, I don't think they win nearly as much as they won without him. And I don't think they would have like set the records that they set, or even like this man scored 37 in a quarter, bro. Like, I don't know. That's just
with like less than
weird.
15 dribbles.
Like it's super weird to me. Like and especially in the era of like shooting being so highly regarded. And again, like you say like Dame Lillard, you would put Dame over him, fine. Like shooting wise, I don't necessarily agree, but that's even in itself, that's fine. Like, but again, could you name 5 players, even active now, that are better shooters than him? Like, that have been better shooters in the last 10 years. Like, bro, I honestly don't think there's like many that you could even
Jimmer
put up there.
Fredette in college.
Huh?
Jimmer Fredette in college. The only time when he was relevant in college.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Jimmer Fredette? You don't
Jimmer? You don't know Jimmer, dog.
You don't know big Jimmer.
If he was only in college, then I definitely wouldn't know him because
no, he was in the
college.
NBA for a little bit, but like he was pretty much like another like Anthony Bennett, if you know what I mean.
You know who's my college dude?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
You said what?
Trey Burke was my college dude.
Yeah, I don't watch college any sports like.
Oh no, he was also in the NBA. He was on the Jazz.
Well, I was talking about the Jimmer guy that you were talking about before.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield, dominating shooter.
Yeah. They should have picked him up. You're
It's okay. Take your time.
What?
I don't know. I'm just making sounds, man. You gotta.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were.
That's what's happening here.
You're a what?
You didn't say anything. That was it.
Jordan, who do you think? Who you got?
You said Tracy.
Klay or Damian?
As far as pure shooting goes.
No, I'm done with all the pure shooting. I'm just talking about worthy of the list, even though Lillard be on there.
Lillard is on the list.
Yeah, I said Lillard do be on there. But who do you think is better, just overall?
Like I said, as a pure shooter, I prefer Klay Thompson. I think as a player, I kind of prefer Damian Lillard over Klay Thompson.
Well, this is an NBA player list and not an NBA shooter list. I think about it.
Okay, is that supposed to steer my?
I just don't know why you keep bringing up pure shooter.
Because
I'm just talking about the player. I'm just talking about the player.
I would say that the reason that gets brought up is because Dame's game is shooting. So like when you compare those two players specifically, especially like the thing that you're probably gonna talk about the most is their shooting ability. And
like the thing is, like, the only reason why I give Klay being like best like pure shooter is because of the fact that like he shoots the ball way better than Damian does. But Damian Lillard gets away from the defender a lot better than Klay. Like if you put Klay's shooting ability with Damian's like separation, then you like that's it. That's Steph Curry.
I don't know. It's weird to me. Also, people overlook this shit, but like Klay plays defense, bro. like
he does
plays defense. Like not some lazy ass. Oh, we just here one way, they're the other way type of thing. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like people also think of players and then they just think of offensive ability and then that's it. Like, oh yeah, they can do this, they can do that, they can like do this for their team, but they don't think about any type of defense. Like even LeBron, who like I regard as one of the best players, if not the best player, in his recent years, just plays absolutely trash defense, and that's like one
Bro,
of
I
his worst
watched him
qualities.
stay at the other side of the court the
Yeah,
other day.
like that lazy shit, bro. I don't want to see that shit. So like, I don't know. I feel like he don't get credit for that either. Like,
No, because I mean, like if you talk to like regular people who watch basketball now, like they don't understand that defense is such a big part of basketball.
Never heard of it.
I mean, unless it's like a block or a steal that leads into like a fast break, they're not gonna understand.
that shit don't mean too much to people these days. They really care about scores.
Nah, best defender in the league, Luke Nesdort.
Okay, buddy. Honestly, I don't even know who I would say best defender in the league right now.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm surprised
you
said his last name correctly.
Every team that's been like favored to do well is struggling right now coming out the gate. Like,
But who's not struggling, Jordan?
Who's not struggling? The Knicks?
Yeah. Exactly.
Bro, but we saw what happened when the Knicks didn't struggle and what happened to them.
Hey, listen.
In the playoffs.
This is a new year, all right? This is a new year.
All right, we'll see.
They're up right now against the Bulls, and who is also not struggling.
Yeah, but the Bulls like has a team on their hand. Like, I don't know. I'm skeptical about this Knicks team, bro. After what I saw last year, we'll see like how that shit goes.
Man, I don't care. Okay.
I feel like this Bulls
Chicago just yelled MVP to Derrick Rose, and I don't,
And you miss him. It's okay.
I miss
MVP
him.
or did they chant MVP or weak ass knees? I'm just trying to
MVP. Shut the fuck up.
He said he's gonna play. Like, he said he's trying to Tom Brady and shit. He's gonna play as long as he can. So okay,
it's time for him to let go.
We'll see.
Listen, man, stop hating on my boy. All right.
I am not hating on. I think he could have been like easily like top 10 player all time.
Yeah,
like, honestly,
he could have easily been in this top 75 list.
In this list, yeah, without a doubt, he would have made this list.
But he had so many injuries, man. 2 injuries.
Just that one season is enough.
You hate to see it, bro. What could have been?
What could have been?
The fact that he's still like relevant in the league is insanity to me anyway. So like, you gotta take what you can get at this point. Like, I never thought he'd still be playing as long as he's playing for.
I'm glad he is.
I thought it was done deal.
That's my boy.
But here we are. Yeah, he out here. He hooping.
He do be hooping. He got the Knicks up. That's all I care for.
It's just crazy, man. I don't know. I felt like this list was a little weird.
It was for sure, but I mean, I guess it kind of gave some more of an insight of like who they would appreciate the most out of, or I guess who they would put up there in regards, because it's not necessarily like it's just top 75. It's not actually like listed as like number 1 player.
Oh yeah, I don't think they do that. Like, I think they. I don't know. I don't think they. I think they're too scared to do it. Honestly,
I would be too. What the fuck?
I think they just
a lot
don't
of
want
people
the smoke.
Gonna come out.
Yeah, you fuck around.
When they put LeBron number 1.
I'm saying, like, people would lose their mind seeing LeBron number 1, and not seeing LeBron number 1. People are gonna lose their mind. So it's kind of like a lose-lose. You really don't have a good situation there. You're the NBA.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it. I have for the NBA. I don't have much else.
I need my Lakers to do better.
Yeah.
Be better.
Weezy,
more.
You wanna play us out?
I need Russell gone. Oh, is that the end of the podcast?
What do you mean?
That's it.
You know what you should have added?
What?
Something about dolphin pussy?
Oh my god.
Okay, buddy.
Oh,
you know what you should have added?
Huh.
When you transition? Maybe I should have DM'd this to you. But it's whatever now. But how are we not talking about my queen being a co-owner of Evo? Like, how is that not a thing? Or do you not know about this?
She's a co-owner.
Are you not tracking? Pokimane is now a co-owner of Evo.
No way.
And she tweeted out free MVC. She is the queen. So for those of you who don't know, she like co-founded and now co-owns this company. And this is like
because
completely
she
opposite
launched
of the Valkyrie.
RTS.
Yes, because
Holy
she's a
shit.
part of that company and she's co-owner. She technically co-owns Evo, which is a fighting game tournament for those of you who don't know, because that company co-owns Evo with Sony. So we live in a world where Pokemon could potentially spark some fires in the FGC for all the FGC
Holy
gamers out
shit!
there.
I didn't even realize RTS was with Evo. I just saw
Oh.
that. I was like, oh, okay, cool. She's a co-founder and a CCO. Good job.
Nah, that shit is huge.
What?
On the complete opposite spectrum of the whole Valkyrie announcement and how announcements could be detrimental or amazing. Yeah, her announcement was definitely up there as being pretty significant, I would say.
That is crazy, actually.
Yep. So
Girls get it done. Let's go.
They do. They do get it done.
All right.
Love to see it.
You want to play us out now?
What do you mean?
Play us out. You know.
Yeah.
Do the guitar thing and
Do the thing, man.
Do the thing with the thing.
Guitar thing.
Yeah.
Also, Abby called me specifically to bring up dolphin pussy. I just want to make that clear.
What?
She specifically FaceTimed me to say it.
Got you.
I'm just.
I love how there's like a running theme of like just one sus ass thing being said every time you guys did it. Like,
I just
every time it's usually Weezy, but you know every now and then Glory gets in there. You know,
it's just the fucking Logans, man.
Clearly it's something about the Logan.
Shut up and let me hear him play us out.
Yeah. Hooray!
Good job.
Good job. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
That was absolutely nodders.
That was a blues chord progression I learned as you guys were talking about basketball.
Nice. Multitasker.
Multitasking king.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll sum it up for this podcast. Thank you guys for joining.
Ugh.
Appreciate it.
Watermelon is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
What? No. Sorry.
Weezy, thanks for playing us out.
Yep.
We'll see you next week then. Do a little more riffs, buddy, so I can actually end this.